So we've driven up from Florida through Georgia, and now we've planted ourselves this week in Huntsville, Alabama. And, you know, we've been on the road for about 6 months. The Volt's getting kind of lonely, so we went to a singles bar, and we found ourselves another Volt. We are at Maker's Local 256 in Huntsville, and that's Josh's Volt. Josh bought this Volt for his birthday present. Tell us about it.
That's right, December 2nd, I went out there and traded a RX-8 gas guzzler for this car. I have a girlfriend that lives in Birmingham, so this was a better choice than the Leaf. The range, especially having the gas backup, made sure I could make it every time.
So, what's your daily commute? How do you weave that into that?
It's actually pretty funny. I work from home, so my daily commute is up the stairs.
Excellent. So you're using zero gas, zero electricity.
So it basically stays plugged up 5 days a week in the garage, unless I need to go to the grocery store, in which case it really is all electric back and forth. And you want to come here, I live about 18 miles away, so I can go down and back, still all electricity, but I still plug it up here. That way I can run the heater full blast, and I don't have to drive. You know, there's 2 ways you can drive with the Volt. You can put it in sport mode and really get on it, but I usually just drive the normal. But being able to plug up here, I'm able to not really have to pay so much attention about it, just drive normally.
And so Maker's Local 256 is a hackerspace basically, and it's been around for about 3 years. And Matt's going to tell us all about that. He's going to show us inside.
This is the main area where we've got a full-size garage door, so people can bring in motorcycle or car for oil change or whatever other project. If they've got something that they've constructed that's too big that they can't get out a real door, which has happened. And we've got generic wood or scrap wood for projects and other scrap materials. Our drill's hiding over there. We've got a photo booth, which is one of our first projects that we constructed.
Yeah.
I have no idea what some of these things are that are out. Then we've got in our upstairs area where we like to do some AV stuff, and you can see the piano. There's a mixer board way back there. Underneath it, we've got woodworking and other just shop tools type things. Then on the main floor, we've got 3 tables that have nice, it's actually shower board because it's far cheaper than getting whiteboard material to put on top of the tables.
Oh.
But people can then just write out a quick equation or circle a project and put their name on it when they leave something out. And then we bolted power strips on a couple of the tables so that way there's plenty of power too.
And so you've just recently started basically hosting the public. Tonight's one of those nights.
Yeah, we're open whenever there's a member here and willing to give a guest a tour. And then we got the idea from a couple other spaces. And we decided we need to just nail down a set time when the public is invited to come out. So we make sure there's always going to be a member here. Currently it's Tuesday nights from 6 to 10. Somebody's here, and almost every night every week we have somebody come out that's not a member currently.
So if you're a member of the group, and the dues are like $50 a year or something?
Actually, that's another really interesting point about us. Most spaces like us have set dues, which is far easier on the books. But since our roots come from poor college students that can, like we could do $50 a month, or we had problems doing $50 a month, we said, okay, so just make up your own dues and just stick with them. So members get to name their own price too when they come in, just whatever the shop's worth it to you. We've got some people giving $1 a month and we never see them, and we've got some people giving $100 a month and they show up every so often, and there's some people giving $50 a month and they're here all the time.
It's the Priceline hackerspace.
Just
And so if you're a member, you can come in here anytime and just make stuff by yourself, make stuff with your buddies, just make stuff.
Yeah, just make a mess. Yeah. Don't get hurt or hurt others. Try not to make a huge mess. But yeah.
Not to get all philosophical on you, but why does this matter? Why is this important?
This is important, I guess, in a small concept, in that now I have access to a lathe, to some nice woodworking tools, to some electronics, to a laser cutter, and I get to name my own price on how much access to all this is worth to me, right, in the small scale. In the larger scale, we're helping people learn how to use these different tools and how to create things that they can envision but haven't had the abilities or had the resources to embody so far.
That's great. Well, you got a big crowd.
We do.
Brewing, and I'm going to let you get to them.